So one of the ideas in, kind of this brainstorming meeting was, hey, let's put together, I don't know if it was really a reality show, but it was more of like a behind the scenes show on what it takes to put a Supercross team together, to run a Supercross website.
At that same time, Matt, we're going down the road parallel, kind of doing due diligence with Supercross.com and understanding all the tech requirements for that and what their staffing is and what all those needs were. And it was, frankly, it was overwhelming because of the time crunch for both areas, actually, because you got the team and the reality show, which has to happen and starts in January. And at the same time, you got Supercross.com, which is really Supercross news. And it's always going, but it really heats up fourth quarter and then is slammed January through May, June, July. So it was a lot of work, and frankly, it was just overwhelming. There was so much to do.
There was a lot of stuff going on, and we knew that we had a limited amount of time to do a lot of things in, but we also knew that, hey, we needed to do things like the team and the content and the show and other things to make the property successful.
I was looking at putting something together. He mentioned something about it, so we gave him a call, and he said, hey, about this, I've talked to Ricky Johnson, and we're thinking on maybe doing something. I said, well, that's what I'm thinking on. We're trying to put something together. So
that's when we decided to move forward with Jeff and Ricky on the team.
So that was the first thing that we were going to do, is do this reality show. This is going to be called 33.
Maybe putting myself against Ricky, and I had a rider, he had a rider.
Where it's going to take Jeff Ward and myself managing these young riders to make them a champion. And the 33 was how many championships we had between the two of us.
You know, Wardy, winning's like a drug. I don't feel like I'm done in the sport, and I want to win more.
For sure. I think we should go out and find somebody and make them a champion.
Let's do it.
Got it.
I'm not here to race to win. I'm here to race to win.
Jeff Ward streaks to the start.
And here comes Ricky Johnson on the gas. And Johnson is moving up on him.
Jeff Ward takes the checkered flag and the win.
And there's Ricky Johnson, a great inside pass.
The crowd's going crazy.
So we had an in-house, competition going to stir the pot a little bit.
Ricky Johnson, all the rest. They rocket it off the line.
We have a lot of history together, a lot of it not so good sometimes, but that's racing. And then one thing, Ricky and I always understood that we're professionals. We always respected one another and their ability.
Yeah, Wardy. Hated watching you win.
Yeah, we'll probably butt heads.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, we'll be competitive, no doubt about it.
I thought that would be really great content for Supercross.com. And so we took a few baby steps on that as well. We put together a sizzle reel, kind of like, hey, we've got this team, we've got this concept to create content around the team, and now we have Supercross.com as the media outlet to push the content to the fan base. We spent, probably 3 or 4 days. We put together a sizzle reel. We did all the research on the team. We put all the budgets together.
So it just kind of all started going, and then there was just a lot of things put together in a short period of time because we, didn't have anything.
And it got to a point where it's like, okay, this could maybe work. Let's actually put numbers to it, and let's see if financially it even makes sense. And that's when everything was like, pump the brakes, right? Because it went from like, oh yeah, we could go out and get sponsors and da-da-da-da-da to this thing's gonna cost a couple $1,000,000.
At that time, we ran across somebody else that had a Supercross team, and we kind of jumped on that ourselves, and then we kind of went our own way from there.
So that's when I was like, we pulled the ripcord on that thing and decided there's no way we're gonna put that much money at risk into a team on a concept that really hasn't been developed or fleshed out, that we were under the gun to do with our time frame, and there was just too many unknowns.
It just didn't jive. It didn't jive. It wasn't Jeff's fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Matt's fault. It just wasn't the right time.
At that point, from a team perspective, Jeff went his way and did something else, and we just put the whole team thing to bed.
It would have been a cool concept, but probably just started too quickly, and should have maybe taken another year to maybe put that together if that's what we want, if we wanted to do it.
During that period of time, we were working through that, and then I think that's when we were just too late for the team, right, for the reality show and to do that. And Jeff had gone off and kind of done his own thing. So we just shifted all our focus to Supercross.com and getting that ramped up as fast as possible, which, trying to switch over their tech system to ours and make sure all the links are still working, the SEO works, and and getting the coders and the graphic designers and everyone working in sync and making sure the news is still going out daily and the press releases still make sense, and it was just a ton.
Kind of the same time we were stopping the team that we were going to do with Jeff Ward and Ricky Johnson at one of the races. Jeremy McGrath and I, came together at a driver's meeting and started. He had heard that I was thinking about starting a team with RJ and with Jeff Ward, and said, "Hey, I'm doing a team with Larry Brooks. We're trying to put something together. We should talk about doing a team together. I don't know where you're at with Ricky and Jeff, but if you're not to a place where you can't come back, hey, let's talk and let's figure out if we can put a team together and do something."
So it was sometime during then that all of a sudden Matt comes in and says, "Hey, also, by the way, we're doing a Supercross team this year." And so we're all like, not only are we, it's like we're doing this reality show, scrambling, parallel, we're doing supercross.com, trying to get that up and going before the new season. And then we just get notified, hey, by the way, we have a Supercross team we're doing with Jeremy McGrath and Larry Brooks. And so it was just like the perfect storm of the motherload of work coming together all at once with the worst timing ever.